good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Wherever you are in the globe, magandang gabi, Pilipinas. It's a Pinoy Pride episode, and I'm so honored to be here with you on our first episode of the newest season of our Opulence Global Virtual Leadership Cocktail Show. So let's get the chat box bombarded with chat. So let us know where you are tuning in right now. And so we begin. Let me just introduce to you our amazing speaker who will share with tonight with his amazing journey with Opulence Global. So our speaker has a degree in business management from the University of the Philippines and has an extensive background in sales and entrepreneurship and has worked with multinational firms, also with the field of marketing, sales, and business development. Overall, his practice centered on capability building for the sales force and customer service teams, leading them towards the achievement of sales objectives through programs that will serve diverse customers' needs. So Sir Rico has started and joined the MLM industry in 2002, and he is now our business development specialist and a practitioner for more than 20 years. And he is responsible for driving the business in the Philippines, extending to other Asian countries. And so let me introduce and welcome our guest speaker for this wonderful call. No other than our business development manager in the Philippines, Mr. Rico Quilao. Good evening, sir.
Hello, Raymond. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome once again to the third season of our leadership cocktail, and I'm glad to be back. And I'm really honored to be a part of this call. And most especially, welcome to our valued guests who just tuned in. And of course, thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in and taking the time to be with us. And we're going to make sure that your time will be worth your while, and I'm really, really excited, Raymond, because it has been my life's mission to help people improve their life through education, through information, as well as through inspiration. And I'm so glad that I have partnered with a company who allows me to live and fulfill that mission. And I know Raymond has already shared a little bit of my bio. And I just want to say that it has really been my passion to help people grow their businesses by providing solutions to their daily challenges and by letting them see their true and full potential. So for those of you who are new in this call, of course, we would like to introduce to you our company, Opulence Global. We provide opportunities and solutions that help people improve their life. And as a matter of fact, our vision in this company is to provide opportunity for everyone to live an opulent life and an opportunity to achieve generational wealth as well. And that's what the name stands for. Opulence simply means the best of the best. It also means abundance in wealth. And the moment I learned about the company's vision, I knew that this is the company I want to work with since it was aligned with my mission. So today we're going to share with you bits and pieces of information that might help you achieve the things you really want in life. And also we are going to share with you our stories, our experiences, and the things that we have learned over the years that might also be helpful to you. So by the way, if you have any questions for today's call, there is a Q&A box that you can put where you can put them. Hopefully we can answer them as we proceed in the program. And if you have any insights or takeaways in this call, please feel free to put them in our chat box. I see the chat box is already blowing up. And of course, thank you so much for all of your greetings. Welcome to each and everyone who just joined us in this call. Also, here with me on this call, of course, our very a dynamic host, Mr. Reymond Cerilo, one of our lifestyle advisors, one of our rising stars here in the Philippines. And together, we will be sharing with you our stories, our insights, and we hope you can gain something from this program. So, hello, Reymond. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, sir. Let's get started. Thank you for that wonderful introduction as well. And during our phone conversation, sir, you've talked about uh, a twist for this leadership cocktail. And so we begin by uh, telling our partners and guests here that what we will share is about an opportunity of a lifetime in Opulence Global. And I myself have been shared with this wonderful opportunity since I launched my shop through the sponsorship of my sponsor, Ms. Rizal of Philippines. A big shout out to her because without her, I'm not able to be excited as we are right now with this wonderful opportunity with Opulence Global. But before we begin, sir, let me just ask you about something personal. Where are you from, and what do you do before Opulence Global?
Well, thank you so much, Raymond. Of course, we live here in the beautiful islands of the Philippines, where we have, I believe, 110 million population. And speaking about my family, well, I'm very blessed to have a very wonderful family. And, they have been my inspiration in all the things that I do. I have actually two lovely boys and only one beautiful wife. Okay, so let me clear that. And they have been in the driving force in my life. And you know what, Raymond? I will do anything in my power to give them the best life I can possibly give them.
Wow, thanks for the clarification, sir. And thank you everyone for tuning in. And be sure to invite our guests. And as mentioned by Sir Rico, you have the Q&A box for all your questions. As of the moment, only we can see the questions on the Q&A, but we will be sure to read that questions as we go along with our leadership cocktail. So thank you, sir, for that wonderful introduction with yourself because we really want to know you better. I myself know you a bit over the 7 months, but gladly we have not yet seen. Personally, we only talk on tours and maybe online, but I had this wonderful connection already when my sponsor had shared this wonderful story that you have with Opulence Global. So can you take me back, sir, with when you started Opulence Global? What before I believe before Opulence Global, you were part of the MLM industry. What companies and how were you able to transition from traditional business to a multi-level marketing industry, sir?
All right. Thank you so much for that question, Raymond. And, just to give you a little bit of my background, well, my career started as an employee of a BPO company, a business process outsourcing company. And actually, that was my first job, Raymond. And I was very excited to finally make my own money after years and years of university and study. And then finally, I get to have my first job. And I was really excited. My first paycheck was in peso, that was around 6,000 pesos in a month. And that was around $120 for a month's work. That wasn't enough even just to cover for my expenses. And I was working and still I'm getting allowances from my father. A little bit embarrassing, but that's the reality. And so I thought the answer was to look for another job and another job that would pay more. And so I became a part of the sales team of a multinational beverage company. And yes, the pay was better, but I came to know that the people who work there for more than 10 years or even 20 years, I see that nothing much has changed with them. They still complain about the same things and they still live from paycheck to paycheck. So I said to myself, if I stay here for the next 10 years, then that is what my future is going to look like. Okay. So one thing you need to look if you are at the right career path is look for people who has been there for more than 10 years, 20 years, or even 30 years, because at the end, that is how your future is going to look like. Okay, so I didn't see what I saw. I didn't like what I saw. And so I thought of, I've seen a lot of people getting rich by starting their own business. So then I thought of getting into a business because, yes, I have seen so many people making big money. And I became involved with our family business, which is actually a transport business. And yes, we were making a lot more, but we also owe much, much more. It was tough. Competition in the business, in the traditional business is really tough. And you have to get ahead of the game and you have to beat your competitors. I had to work 16 to 20 hours a day to make the business work. Money was good, but the only thing is that something that I do not have was the time, the freedom to enjoy my time. And then it was in 2002 when I became a part of the industry and I stayed on it the past 20 years. Okay, this industry, this network marketing industry. I have seen so many stories of ordinary people living extraordinary lives within a shorter period of time. And I have seen janitors, cab drivers, housewives, different people from different walks of life achieving tremendous success through this industry. And networking has really created more millionaires than any other industry. And I have seen that myself. And this validates what Robert Kiyosaki said. He said, the richest people in the world build networks while everybody else look for work. And that was a great eye opener for me. I remember the first time that I attended an event, there were so many people, they were so excited, they were chanting, shouting, dancing, and they were saying, yes, yes, yes. So every time the speakers say something, they were saying, yes, yes, yes. I even thought it was a call, Raymond. And I asked myself, am I in the right place? But you know what? I just listened to all of what they say, and all of the things that they say was a great eye opener for me. And this is one of the things that they say. The richest people in the world build networks while everybody else look for work. I know this because this was how I was brought up. My parents told us that we need to study hard so we can graduate and eventually find a decent paying job. So all those years, I was looking forward to getting a job, only to find out in the end that financial freedom cannot be achieved by just getting a job, but only through entrepreneurship, by starting your own business. And this is exactly why we're having this call. I know, Raymond, that you have been employed for so many years already. And right now, you are now transitioning from becoming an employee to becoming a business owner. So that is a little bit of my story. And of course, we're going to learn more as we proceed with this call.
Wow, thank you, sir. And at this time, sir, what can you share and what can you tell about building your and starting your own business? Why is it so important to start your own business right now?
Well, of course, if you truly want to achieve financial freedom, this is the only way. Because in the job, you cannot expect. Later, I will share with you a slide wherein, the reason why in a job you cannot expect to achieve the things that you dream about in a shorter period of time. Sometimes all throughout your lifetime, you will not be able to achieve that because you only depend on the work that you have to do. But in a business, this gives you certain dynamics. It gives you the flexibility. You take control of your time. And of course, you take control of the effort that you will put in. And at the same time, the more effort you put in a business, the more rewards, revenues that you're going to make. So you basically dictate and control what can be the outcome of your business. So this is one of the reasons why we are very passionate in encouraging our guests, our partners to have that entrepreneurial mindset, because this is the only way. This is the only way for you to achieve financial freedom.
Wow. And it took you how many years, sir, for that traditional business before you come up with this industry?
Actually, I became a part of a traditional business for 3 years. Yeah, I
Okay.
managed a traditional business in 3 years. And now, just to give a little bit of background, in 3 years, and then after that, in 2002, I became a part of the industry as a corporate. Okay, so my responsibility then, so 20 years ago, I became a part of. I was the business development of another Canadian company, and that was my first MLM company. And my responsibility during that time was to understand the needs of our customers as well as our distributors, and to find solutions to many of their problems. I was part of the corporate, but I was basically doing what our distributors do. I was involved in doing presentations, sponsoring new partners. I did a lot of trainings, mentoring, coaching, and of course, encourage and help them to become business builders. And then in 2010, we were offered a partnership from a Canadian company. This is where, we started the business from nothing, basically from nothing. So this Canadian company wanted to expand their Asian business. So we started with zero customers. So that is where I experienced becoming a distributor, a partner, because we basically started with zero customers, zero distributors. So we literally built the business from nothing. And we started with postings on social media, doing trade shows, road tours, generating leads, follow up, closing the sale. So we were basically doing everything, building the business one partner at a time, until it grew to thousands and thousands of distributors. So fast forward to 2019, Raymond, I'm already getting ahead because I'm excited to share with you that story. So fast forward to 2019, our company was struggling. Okay, we had just like I heard stories in Thailand, we had inventory concerns that created ripples of challenges in sustaining our business. We lacked the products. There was even a time when we were in momentum, we were in a peak of our sales, and then the following month, no products. So our customers then, of course, shifted to other brands, and since then it has been a ripple effect. Bonuses and commissions of our partners were delayed, and we started to lose a lot of people because of these challenges. And it was then that Opulence Global came to the rescue, and this is the company that we are in right now, and they adopted us and gave us a home, actually a much better home. And I believe it was really God-given, Raymond, because Opulence came before the pandemic, and if it hadn't been for Opulence, we probably have shut down and lost the livelihood of thousands of our partners. But thanks to Opulence Global, we have found a very secured home, especially when the pandemic came, and it even gave us an opportunity to expand our business globally. And for that, we're truly, truly thankful that we have a savior in the presence of Opulence Global.
Wow, that was a really fast forward, sir. But let me just get back to that point where you found finally the home. How was the process? Did you contact Opulence or Opulence contacted you?
Actually, Raymond, I believe in divine providence. During the time, to tell you honestly, I was not interested on merging or being acquired by another company, because I so truly believe in what we're doing. I believe in our products in our previous company. And I believe that, we can still make it big. So during the time that, our CEO then in the previous company said that we're going to be merged, or we're going to be acquired by Opulence Global, at first I was not really into it. Okay, but then again, I think the turning point was when our CEO, Mr. Ramin Mesgarlu, arrived here in the Philippines. I was we did I think a 2-hour meeting, one-on-one with him, and he showed to us in the past 8 years that we have been doing the business. In that instant, he showed to us some of the flaws, some of the mistakes we've made, and some of the things that we can do. And from then on, I see the character of this CEO, having been able to build 5 multi-million-dollar businesses, knowing how to grow successful businesses, help thousands of people become millionaires. And you know what? That was a time, that was a turning point in my life. We need this person to help us achieve the vision that we have here in the Philippines. And from then on, I research about the company, I research about the products, I research about the platform, and everything I found about Opulence Global, I really liked it. And from then on, I said, yes, this is it. This is the one that's going to achieve our vision much faster.
Wow. With a lot of exciting and great stuff with Opulence Global, sir, what was the first thing that had come into your mind? Is it the product? Is it the compensation plan? Is it the support system from our Opulence Global? What was the experience and made you decide to merge with Opulence Global?
To tell you honestly, Raymond, the first thing that I was amazed about this company is the system that they have. Actually, the platform, because of course products are already there. You can market the products, but the question is, how do you market the products? And the moment that I saw the platform, it's a multi-million-dollar platform that allows you to build a business globally immediately. Okay, so in the previous company, that is one of the things that I truly long for, because we don't have that kind of system. So I was actually looking during that time to how we can market the products faster through this online platform, this e-commerce platform. But upon inquiring, they give us a quotation that it will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars of pesos. Okay, so it's not a cheap a cheap way for you to have that kind of system. And the moment that it was offered to us, imagine getting into a company where everything is already laid out, the platform is already there. So I said, wow, this is truly divine providence for us, because we're getting the system for free. So that was one thing. And then the next, I like everything about Opulence Global, and that's the reason why
Yes, sir. Continue now. Sorry.
All right. Is it me or my signal?
Okay, I thought it was on my side. I believe it was your side, sir. Okay, let us get back to Sir Rico in a bit. He will just fix his connection. I thought my internet just froze. I believe it's the platform that froze. Mine as well has frozen. But yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And our partners are so excited that they have messaged us on the chat box. And may I know if we have guests on this call? Let me know. Type in just one or maybe say hello to everyone if you are a guest and first time to listen to this leadership cocktail call. Okay, and Sariko's back. Hello again, Sariko. You're you're muted, sir. Sorry.
Hello, Raymond. I don't know what about this internet because every this moment, every this time, this always happens. Anyway, sorry for that. Sorry for that.
Okay, guys, my screen had just frozen, but where did Sariko stop on your end? But what I believe, sir, you were talking about the second um, thing about Opulence Global. You have found first the freedom with the industry, and then you found the speed in Opulence Global because this is a readily available platform that you could do the business, not just on your not just here in the Philippines, but it's a global reach, and we are proud to have this more than 200 countries and territories to be reached. This is so amazing. And how was this experience or having this wonderful reach that did you have this massive reach from the previous companies that you have been?
No, no, we didn't, Raymond. Actually, we were just focused on building the business locally. So because of course, we don't have a platform to business globally, although we say it globally, but we really don't have a system for that. But we were focused on just building locally. But as soon as we saw this platform that the Opulence Global provides, we saw that you are not just limited to your own country, but rather you have more than 200 countries and territories, as what you have said. That immediately when you get started in this business, you can immediately uh, expand globally. And more than that, Raymond, let me just add up. This industry provides an opportunity for everyone to improve their quality of life. And when I say everyone, it means that regardless of your education, regardless of your background, religion, culture, or race, you can make it big in this industry. And on top of that, the company gives us everything we need to start a business. Unlike in my traditional business, it took a lot of money, time, and effort before we could get started. In here, the company already provided the infrastructure, the products, the system, the platform, the ordering system, the delivery system, the compensation plan, the tools, the marketing materials, and even the training and mentoring. I tell you, this is the easiest business to start because everything is already taken care of. And Raymond, I love the analogy about this. In traditional business, you are the ones that needs to, let's say, in a car. Starting a business is just like building a car. In traditional business, you have to build it by yourself. You have to put the engine, you have to put the wheels, you have to put the spare parts, you have to put the interior, you have to put the paint before you can drive the car. So that's what traditional business is like. You have to do everything yourself before you can drive the car. But in this industry and in this company, the car is already there. All you have to do is to get in that car and just drive it. So that's simple. That's how simple you can get the business started. So if you are let's say an employee, you want to transition from being an employee to starting your own business, this is the easiest way. This is the easiest way. And if you're a business person who wants to get into another business, definitely this is another thing that you can venture into as well.
Wow, you're talking about risk, sir. And with your background as a business development manager, how were you able to relate that and show that to our partners when you started merging with Opulence Global here in the Philippines? How was the first tour? How was the first experience? Can you tell us this wonderful story that have been shared by my sponsor during the first few sampling of this Fountain of Life?
You know what, Raymond? I'm smiling because you know what? I've seen how wonderful the opportunity is. I've seen how we can expand globally. I've seen the infrastructure. I've seen the uniqueness of the product, and I was excited to share it with our partners. Okay, so when we decided that we can be acquired by Opulence Global, um, when we decided, we were excited to share it with our partners. But guess what? Some of the partners liked it. Yes, they like it. They were also excited. But some of them, despite of all the opportunities that awaits us, some of them didn't like it. And to tell you honestly, Raymond, I was a bit discouraged because I was telling myself, how can they not see what I see? How can they not see the opportunity that awaits us? And you know what? It's really frustrating for me because I was expecting that this can be another level for some of our partners. But then again, I remember what I have learned all of these years in network marketing. They say that some will, some won't, some wait. So what? Next. Not every people that you talk to will agree, will see what you saw. Okay, so next, we focus on the people who are open to these opportunities, because as they say, you cannot make a horse drink unless they are thirsty, right? So we just focus on those people who are excited, who are inspired, to get started with the business. And from then on, of course, we had new partners, new people coming in as well. So all we have to do is to move forward. All we have to do is to look to the next thing. Okay.
I love it, sir. And I love the analogy that you have mentioned a while ago. And our partners couldn't agree more with the analogy that you have shared. And indeed, timing is everything. As we have shared in every tours, some people would realize on the first call, on the first tour, think, some would think longer. And how is it that people doesn't need to think longer with this opportunity because of the risk? What can you share about the business per se, the products and everything that have been included in our daily tour, sir?
Yes, I always believe in the saying that sometimes the more you analyze things, the more you become paralyzed, right? So that happens to me before. I've been analyzing each and every angle until to the point that I wasn't able to do anything. I wasn't able to accomplish anything because I keep on analyzing. And for me, when you see an opportunity, I believe the key to success is when you see an opportunity, you grab it immediately. Okay, you grab it immediately, because the only time that you will know whether the opportunity is for real or not is when you do the opportunity. Because the surest way to fail is not by doing anything, right? Because they say, if I grab this opportunity, what if I fail? Well, at least you will know whether you will fail or not. But the surest way to fail is by not doing anything.
Indeed, sir. But if I may share, me and my sponsor have been attending your tours for almost a month. This is a story I always share with our guests and partners on our daily tours. It took us a month to understand the system because we are new in this industry. I am a 7-month-old MLM partner, as well as now I am a sponsor, Mr. Rizal from Philippines. And it took us a month to understand a bit of this compensation plan, but it took us at this moment to realize how big is this wonderful opportunity, the $4 million opportunity with this Opulence Global, sir. So, what can you share about those partners and I mean for the guests who are in on this call? um, thinking about this wonderful opportunity, or maybe have not yet decided with this business, and taking something from you as our business development manager, or maybe outside the Opulence Global, what can they see with Opulence Global that will make them decide yes for this opportunity?
Well, if you are a new guest on this call, I would encourage you to, of course, take a closer look at the opportunity that is being presented to you. Okay, so probably you can attend some of our tours, or probably you can get in touch with the people that invited you here, and then just take a look at the presentation. And then, of course, you do your research. But after that, when it's time to decide, then make that decision, because it all starts with a decision, and with that decision, of course, from then, if you decide to partner with Opulence Global, the great thing here is there are people who would like to mentor you, teach you, and help you as you build your business. So you just have to open your mind to the possibilities. If it is not for you, well and good. At least you've seen the opportunity. But if it is something that you see yourself doing, see yourself achieving financial freedom, see yourself accomplishing the dreams that you have, and as well as the dreams for your family, then by all means make that decision, because you may be a decision away from accomplishing financial freedom, accomplishing the dreams that you have for your family.
And if we could share, sir, if you don't get richer, you get healthier with these products that we have. Our proudly products that you can see on our background. We have the Safe Home Revolution, and we have a lot more to offer, sir. So can you share about this? I think when this was presented to me the first time, how could an MLM industry have all this product? What can you share about these wonderful products that we have, sir?
Well, first and foremost, Raymond, I'm glad that in this business, we don't have we don't have to what do you call this? We don't have to be concerned about what products we will market, because that's another hassle when you want to get started the business. The quality assurance, how do you formulate the product, the supply, the demand, and all these things. But the great thing here is Opulence Global provides us with thousands of products, whether needs or wants, and these are not just products but exceptionally effective, proven products that people love, and people, of course, buy each and every time. Okay, so this is another great thing, another great feature about this opportunity is that all of the products are already there. All you have to do is to see the benefits, see it for yourself, experience it yourself, and just share the stories. That's what I love about our business. We're not actually, they say that selling is hard. No, what we're doing here is we're just sharing the benefits. Sharing the benefits. We have what we call a 2-minute testimonial. How hard it is to share your story in 2 minutes, right? So this is one of the things that I truly enjoy about our product. And one more thing, Raymond, of course, we have very unique ingredients such as the lignan, such as the microsilver, and these are ingredients that were never heard before. And I enjoyed sharing these things, especially if there is a new person there. I immediately ask him, do you know about lignans? Do you know about microsilver? And guess what the answer is most of the time? The answer, no. What about it? Okay. You see, this is something relatively new, but yet so very, very powerful. So yes, we are blessed. We are blessed to have this amazing products available in our online shop.
Yes, I couldn't agree. And I can see all our partners on the chat, and as well as my sponsor who are messaging us. What we need is commitment, and as well as continuous learning. And I myself consider myself as a sponge and learning a lot from all our partners and our amazing leaders. Thank you. Thank you for that, Sir Rico. But can we go back to 2019? How was the building the team before the pandemic hit, sir?
Well, we were having a great time because, of course, we have a wonderful product, we have a wonderful platform, we have a wonderful compensation plan. We were doing meetings here and there, and then what happened? There was a complete lockdown. I remember my last presentation. I had to hurry home. I was in Pampanga, and it was announced that the following day there will be a lockdown. So Of course, we did a presentation, and then immediately as we went home, and you know what? When I was driving home, I was thinking, what will happen to our business? And that really bothered me a bit because I don't know, because if in a lockdown, how can we go to our prospects? How can we go to our guests? How can we visit the people that we want to share the product with? And here you go, our CEO immediately called an emergency meeting, and his attitude, his message was, this is our moment. This is our moment. We have the infrastructure. We have the online platform. We're going to arrange the presentations. And that's how I see how experienced our CEO is, our leader is. And true enough, after 6 months of being in a lockdown, I believe that was the time when we were able to achieve 364% growth in our revenues. So,
Pardon, sir. Can you emphasize that? How many percent?
364% in our sales revenues.
Wow,
Yes.
that's so huge. Imagining companies go bankrupt, closing down with the pandemic, but us, with this amazing opportunity, we grew 364%.
Yes.
Wow.
And because during that time, you cannot do business if you are not online. And that's basically one of our strengths. We have an e-commerce platform that allows us to accomplish that. Okay.
And that only describes how visionary, how advanced is our CEO when he thinks about the business. So I believe you were all already awed by his vision. And right now, how advanced are we with regards to the vision, sir, with this business?
Well, as what we have learned from our calls, actually our CEO is thinking 5, 10 years ahead. Okay, so we're thinking at the present, but our CEO is already envisioning what will happen in the next 5 to 10 years in the business. And that is the reason why we have a lot of things planned out in the future, including, I don't know if you've heard about the exit strategy for the cryptocurrency. So that can be a big, big part of our business as well as the new products that will be coming. So you can see the aggressiveness. When you launch a new product, you will need a huge investment for that, right? And some people, some companies during the pandemic times, what they do is they cut down costs. And here you go, our CEO is investing in a lot of things because he's thinking about expanding in the next 5 to 10 years. And who will benefit from all of these things? The partners with Opulence Global. Because whenever the company grows, that of course the partner also grows because the partners are part of that company, right? So that is the reason why I'm truly happy that we have such first a wonderful CEO, and of course on top of that, the infrastructure has been provided to all of us.
Wow. So I'm awed at this moment still, sir, with this wonderful and exciting vision and upcoming products and system included in our fast and proven system that we have. So, how was the team during the pandemic, sir? How were they able to adapt with this e-commerce, with this online tours? What was the experience?
I'm smiling again, Raymond, because it wasn't really easy because some people don't like online. They said that I am not tech savvy. I don't have knowledge when it comes to smartphones. I don't have knowledge when it comes to Zoom. And even prior to the pandemic, we were already promoting that. And they say, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. But you know what? When the pandemic came, they wanted to learn about it. Okay, so the pandemic really helped us, for our partners to learn more about the online business, to learn more about the online presentations. And right now, there are still some, but at least many of our partners have already, tried to learn all of these things. So in this business, the great thing here is you can do it offline and you can do it online. So this gives you two options for you to build your business. And of course, if you want to truly expand much faster in the global market, you really have to learn about the e-commerce platform, because this is the way the business goes right now. The only businesses that thrives, especially in these challenging times, are those that are on the e-commerce platform. So if I were you, I will not close my mind on that. I will learn about these things because this is the business of the future.
And I am smiling as well as I attended one call in Africa because we are sponsored by our sponsored by Miss Nancy, which is in Africa. And this one call that I have attended, they have this term BBC, born before computers, and that made them transition. I don't know how they were able to adapt, but this business indeed gives you the freedom to adapt and also to decide to adapt because this is the new era of doing the business, and we are replacing the brick and mortar of the traditional businesser. So how right now with borders opening up and restrictions are lifted, how are we moving forward with this amazing opportunity? How do we uh, support our team here in the Philippines for this Opulence Global business?
First, Raymond, I would like to add up to what you have said a while ago. Although some people still do not know how to do of course, the online business or the e-commerce platform. The great thing about this business, this industry, is that you have a team that will support you and help you do these things. Even if you don't know how to do your online business, there are some people here who will be willing to help you process your orders and some things like that. Because in this business, you don't have to be perfect. Okay, you don't have to be perfect. That's why there's a saying here that teamwork makes the dream work. When you work together, the strength of that one person and the weakness of that person, when you combine them, your weakness might be their strength and your strength might be their weakness. But when you work together, you form a synergistic bond. Okay, you can produce much more than rather working alone. So that's the great thing about this industry. That's the great thing about this business. And you say, how do we move forward right now? Well, actually, the way that we move forward right now is we offer both. We both offer online and we both offer offline. Some people, their strength is, face-to-face home parties, home meetings, live tours, live presentation, trade shows. By all means, you can do that. But for some people whose strength is doing the online business, then by all means. So you basically have flexibility when it comes to building this business. And Raymond, before I proceed, because we lacked a bit of time, we only have 15 minutes more to go. I just want to share with you a very important thing that I have learned over the years. Attending trainings. This is one of the things that I truly enjoy about this industry, because in order for you to grow your business, the first thing that you need to grow is yourself. Okay, you need to grow yourself first before you can grow your people, and your people will grow your business. And that's one of the benefits, more than the health, more than the financial benefits or financial rewards. It's the personal development that you get. Okay. And one of the things that I have learned over the years, because if you are new here and if you are transitioning from an employee, and if you want to become a if you want to start your own business, the first question is, why do we need to start your own business? Is it really necessary? Okay, so let me share with you a screen here, Raymond, if you don't mind, because this has been one
Sure,
of
sir.
the because this has been one of the things that I have learned over the years, and I just want to share this with you as well. Okay, so can you see my screen, Raymond?
It's still loading. Yeah. Okay. It's now on, sir. Go ahead.
All right. So I believe all of us have something that we desire in life, right? Probably you wanted to achieve your dreams, achieve your goals, and of course we're going to compare that with with the reality of a lot of people. Okay. So as I said, okay, let me get started here. Okay, so our long-term goals. What do you truly want in life? Okay, so of course, sometimes success is measured by material things, but it's more than that. But let us just focus on the measurable things. Okay, so long-term goals, probably you want to have a dream home. Who among you would want to, of course, acquire your dream house? Okay, of course, a brand new car. Probably you want also children's education. You want to secure your children's education for your children, of course, and of course, probably you want to travel around the world. Who among you here would like to visit the different places all around the world? Okay, and probably some of you are into giving, right? You want to support your church, or a foundation, or a charity, or probably some of you would just want $20,000 in savings. Okay, so these are some of the things that we want to accomplish. These are some of the goals that we want to have in life, right? Now, if you want to accomplish all of these things, how much money do you need? Okay, so how much money would be enough in order for you to accomplish all of these things? Okay, so let's just put the figure here, and let's say for you to accomplish these things, you need at least $1 million, right? $1 million. Now, this would not be enough for Rene because his house alone is already a $5 million, right? So let's just say $1 million for all of the things that you want to get, not to get. And of course, now for some people, they look at this, their long-term goals, but as soon as they look at their reality, guess what? My reality is I'm earning $3,000 per month. And actually, here in the Philippines, it's a big money, okay? Because just to let you know, here in the Philippines, the average monthly income is just around, if I'm not mistaken, $500. Okay, just $500. So imagine that. Imagine that. So anyway, going back to my point, if your reality is you're earning $3,000 per month and you have all of these things that you want to accomplish, which cost $1 million, what happens? The problem is the mindset, because some people will choose to downsize their dreams, right? So what they will do is whatever they have, they would, downsize their dreams. Probably instead of a dream home, they would just get an apartment, or probably with a BMW, they would just get a BMX. We call that a bike here in the Philippines. And instead of, sending your children to the best schools, you just send them to whatever fits your budget. Instead of going on vacation, you just, go nearby places and charity and so on and so forth. So most people, this is what most people do. They downsize their dreams, right? So, and imagine, and how would you not downsize your dreams? Because imagine if you're earning $3,000 a month and your goal is to accumulate $1 million, it will take you 28 years. Imagine 28 years. And we didn't even consider your expenses. We assume that you are saving all of those money within those 28 years. So that's the reason why a lot of people, instead of achieving their dreams, they downsize their dreams. Now, knowing that, what we need to do is to make that decision. Instead of downsizing your dreams, why not increase your income, right? Increase your income. Okay? So if you could just imagine, when you increase your income and you're earning, let's say, $20,000 a month, guess what? It will just take you 5 years to accomplish this. Okay? And not to mention, in our opportunity, we provide how much? $60,000 a week in residual income. Okay? So that is why very, very important is you get started with a business. Because in here, you're only making money for yourself. Okay? Just all of the effort is you're doing it all by yourself. While in business, you can leverage your time, like you can leverage your effort, and thereby leveraging your income as well. Okay? So because of this fact, most people downsize the dreams instead of finding ways to increase their income. Downsizing your dreams seems to be easier to do, but often it leads to a lot of problems in the future. And increasing income seems to be harder for now, but over time, it leads to time and financial freedom. So I do hope that this would change your mindset when it comes to your financial financial awareness when it comes to how you could why do you need to build your business and increase your income. And also, Reymond, just want to share with you, this is another thing that I have learned, that a lot of people are in this quadrant. Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with this quadrant, but this is one of the things Robert Kiyosaki was promoting as well. In here, people started to get a job wherein you employ 100% of your own effort. So it takes you a longer time for you to accomplish your goals. Some become self-employed. And of course, in here, you get to control. If you want to make more money, then you have to work longer, work harder. Okay. But in a job, even if you work harder, the money is still the same. Right? It doesn't grow. Okay. But of course, these two things, okay, they trade time for money. Okay, they start over every day at zero. What we need to do is to to transfer from the left quadrant to the right quadrant. Okay, to become a business owner or an investor. Because owning a business allows you to leverage your time, allows you to leverage your income. Okay, so and of course, as T. Harv Eker has said, I love what he said in his book, The Millionaire Mindset. He said, if your daily activities are not taking you to your passive income, you will work for the rest of your life. So, one, start your own business. Second, not just a business, but a business that will allow you to achieve a leverage or passive income or residual income. Okay, so that's one thing that I would like to share with you. But the question now today is, what business should we start? And very briefly, of course, as I shared to you a while ago, Raymond, I started with a traditional business, but I later learned that starting a business, particularly here in the Philippines, uh, out of 10 businesses, 9 fail within their first 5 years. Imagine all of the time, effort that you put into the business only to have it fail within those 5 years. Okay. And of course, you have to do everything by yourself. And it takes, as Robert Kiyosaki has said, it takes bravery and will to build a successful big business. But the next thing is you can also do franchising. Franchising allows you to buy into an existing system. Of course, that's one of the things that we did. It's not just enough for you to have wonderful products, amazing products, but you also need to get a system in place. And owning a franchise allows you to buy that existing system. But the only problem with franchising is that you need millions of capitalization for you to make millions as well. Okay, so not everyone can buy into this to this model, right? So when you buy a franchise, you are buying a proven operating system instead of trying to create your own. So you have more time to build your people. But again, this is not for everyone because this involves huge capitalization. And so what is the best option? For an average people to experience passive income, they can go into network marketing because it's just like a franchise business. You buy into an existing system, but the cost or the investment is not that much. Okay, so you get to earn a franchise business with only a minimal investment. Okay, so but the key here is to choose the right company. Okay, that's the key here, to choose the right company, because again, um, you have to do your research as well, whether that company is very credible, stable, trustworthy. Do they have the infrastructure? Do they have proven products? Do they have the system in place? Do they have a compensation plan? So you just need to check. And of course, the longevity matters. And being with Opulence Global for we have been in the business for 17 long years and still going strong. So that's just a brief of what I want to share, especially to our new guest for today. And I do hope that it opens their mind when it comes to them starting their own business. Don't have to fear, because the great thing about this business is there are partners who will help you understand, who will teach you, mentor you, and guide you as you get started and as you build your business.
Amazing, Sir Rico. And if I may add to that, I'll read a question from our partner and leader, Ifra, if you may, sir. Considering everything you know about our industry, can you share what separates Opulence Global from everyone else? In other words, how is people's lives better with opulence than without it?
Well, Raymond, aside from all of the things that we have just shared with you, the infrastructure, the compensation plan, and the product, what I really love about the family, the Opulence Global Nation, is the culture. The culture of Opulence Nation is that, we have a saying, one team, one dream to the billion, right? So we truly work together a common goal towards, of course, helping people. Like, for instance, in your case, Raymond, the one who sponsored your sponsor, Miss Rizal, is not from the Philippines, right? But we work together here in the Philippines. Same is true with one of our partners, Miss Irene Ignacio, who has partners in Kenya. our partners there, Nancy Kihika, as assisting our partner in Canada. It's truly something that I truly treasure, cherish here in Opulence Global. People above, not below. People above, because they will inspire you and pull you up. So that culture, that that Opulence Global Nation pulling, that is the thing that I love about this business. The partners here are always willing to help, and of course, the
Hello, Sir Rico. Your internet, I believe, is breaking again. Connection. That's one
yeah, sorry
challenge
for
here
that.
in the Philippines. That's just the reality here in the Philippines. Okay, sorry. Continue, sir.
Well, I just love the culture here in Opulence Global. We are really a family here, and the great thing about this business is
Hello, Sir
that
Rico. Okay, we've lost Sir Rico again. But yeah, with regards to support, yes, Sir Rico.
sorry. Am I cutting up?
Yes, I believe the bandwidth is your network is breaking, sir. But you're talking about support, and I
Is it better
myself.
now? Is it better?
Okay, sir. Can you speak again?
Yes, go ahead, Raymond. You were saying something.
Yes. With regards to support, I myself have this wonderful testimonial. The support I get from our Africa team, from my sponsor. We're building our own team, but the support of everyone. I mean by everyone, is this support is coming from all partners around the globe. And we have this My Five system included in our business that you could always contact to with regards to this business. And how can you not succeed with this business with these amazing leaders that will teach you how to do the business the way it should be? And there's no sideline. There's no, I mean, from coming from someone who doesn't have any experience with MLM, we don't have sideline here. We don't treat anyone. You are not part of my organization. I will not help you. We are one team indeed with Opulence Global, sir. That's the culture I really appreciate when I started listening to the tours. We've even welcomed by our partners here in the Philippines, and they are really glad to assist us, even if we are not physically present in every tour that they make. They invite um, our guests or maybe prospects to come to our every tours that they are doing with you and all our partners doing around the Philippines and around the globe, sir. So that's the support that I've really appreciate with the culture that we have here in the Opulence Global. So let's get back to you, sir. I believe your internet is good now.
Yes, and Raymond, it is already an hour.
Wow.
And time flies so fast. I know we were talking a while ago, and this is one of our fears that there might not be enough time to discuss all of the things that we want to share on this call. But nonetheless, of course, to all of our partners, I thank you for all of these messages in the chat box, and of course, thank you to all of the love and the care that you share with us here on this call. And Raymond, just before we end, I know you have been a part of our business for many years now.
I think we lost Sir Rico again. Okay, sir.
Hello, Raymond, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear
Sorry
me?
for the internet interruption, guys. Okay. Yes, sir. You were talking
Well,
about.
I wouldn't. Yes, I wouldn't let this opportunity pass because I want also people to hear from you. You joined us last quarter of last year, sometime in November, and you said like you were this is actually your first MLM company, right?
Definitely, sir. It was on September 28th to be exact. I'm 7 months old and 2 days old in Opulence.
Yes. And I have seen how you have grown in the business. And yes, Raymond, I've been in the industry for 20 years. And I just want to hear, coming from a first timer, and now you're transitioning from becoming an employee and starting your own business right now. Can you share a little bit of your story when it comes to that, and what made you decide to be a part of this amazing company?
Yes, I started joining Opulence Global because of the trust of my sponsor, Miss Rizal. When this was presented, if she said, let's take this call, attend this call, and if you're in, I'm in. That's what my sponsor said. So the decision was from me, actually, if she will join this amazing opportunity. And so I did. I said yes after a month of listening, and this transition actually had made me realize that I was able to earn a week salary here in the Philippines with just 3 bottles of FOL. So that speaks a lot with our retail profits that was discussed last night. Just the retail profit alone can give you food on the table. And that made me realize that when I did my traditional business back then, before the pandemic, doing, I think it's a photo booth business, I'm doing all the hard works, the leg works, and then pack up and go home with a few pesos left on my wallet because I really want to share with the people that I've been helping with assisting me in this business. But I enjoy the business. I enjoy the happiness that I see, the smiles. But after the day, you will realize, oh, you're tired. And also, uh, if I can go back to what you said, sir, my dream has stopped with the pandemic. So that dream was made realized, and also I was able to realize the dream again and visualize what I dream for myself with the help of my sponsor and this amazing opportunity. And yes, this business, I'm doing this on a part time and I'm 7 months old, but I really enjoy doing these tours. And for those that may lack the help, these trainings are really powerful and you shouldn't miss any training and call with our Opulence Global, sir. But I have last one question, sir, before we end the call,
Yeah,
if
sure.
you may allow. Yes, sir. And I cannot miss this question. Actually, I've been seeing you doing tours, live tours from north to south of Luzon, which is the big chunk of our country here in one big chunk island of our country. I've seen you almost every day on, no, not almost every day. I see you online on our tours and seeing you on live tours also with our partners in North area. And there was one sharing by our partner, I believe it was Miss Janet, who felt ashamed leaving you on a balcony on a summer heat, with that summer heat, but still continue with the presentation regardless of the circumstances. What keeps you driven, sir, with this business? What keeps you motivated, and what's your why with your personal why of doing this business, sir?
Well, it sums up in the equation: passion plus mission equals commission, right? But more than that, in this industry, I have found significance. Like, the thing when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you need to think about is, who can I help today? Because every time you help someone, it makes you a better person, right? So you just have to have that mindset that, who can I help today, and the more people that you help in this business, the more people that you help in your life, the more efforts you have, the more results you will generate. Effort you do, results you're going to make. Okay. And on top of that, probably I could just end. Is my connection still clear with you, Raymond?
We lost you for a bit again, sir.
And of course, lastly, probably what I would want to share is, of course, it says there, when the vision is clear, results will appear. Sometimes we just take a look at the adversities, the challenges, the hard work, the sacrifices, but not seeing the result that will come to you.
I love it.
And all these things. I'd like to end with a story, Raymond.
I believe you're breaking again, Sir Rico. I would love to hear that story, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I believe if you're using both video and audio, it takes a lot of bandwidth also.
Sorry for that to all of our guests. Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear
Okay.
me now, Raymond?
Yes, sir. It's
I will try
breaking.
to connect with
Okay, just hold on, guys, for a few minutes while Sir Rico is um, connecting to a better network. Yeah, just stay tuned also for the announcement that we will share. I believe we have a great announcement again. Okay, let's just wait for Sir Rico to come back on this call. But let me know, guys, what is your biggest takeaway from this powerful call with Sir Rico? Let's bombard him with the chats that you have learned with this amazing call that we have with him. I'm sure you got a lot of great learnings from this call. 1 hour is not enough. Actually, this was our concern really when we talked on the phone that can we do this in 1 hour? And I hope you are still tuning in and listening to this amazing and powerful call with Sir Rico. Okay. If anyone would like to speak also, you can raise your hand. Okay. Thank you, Yulia from Israel. Okay. Let's just wait for Sir Rico in a bit. Did you miss the leadership cocktail, guys? I missed this for a few weeks already, and I've been watching the replays on our Opulence Global YouTube channel. And if you've been inspired with this call, make sure to listen to the replay that will be uploaded on our Opulence Global YouTube channel. Okay, let me just check if Sir Rico can get back to us. Okay, if any of our top leaders could share also. Yes, yeah, we are so excited. And later on, I will announce who will be the next speaker of our leadership cocktail for the month of May. I'm so excited when I saw the poster actually, and I'm really honored that I am hosting with Cerrito right now, and I can see our top leader, Sir Rene Liao, raising his hand. Okay, all the way from Taiwan. Hi, Sir Rene. You can talk now.
Hello, Raymond. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Sir Rene. How is Taiwan?
Taiwan is very nice. I'm just bored out of my mind here in my 10-day quarantine, but it's been great because I've been doing so many calls, of course, with Thailand and of course, just being on both calls now, North American calls and the Asian calls together. But actually, I just wanted to say really quickly, a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Raymond, it's actually been great to hear part of your story as well tonight. I look forward to hearing more and more of your successes in the future. And again, it was really a blessing to be able to hear from someone who comes from the traditional business, seeing what was your comparison of your previous business with, of course, Opulence Global. And again, we welcome you and looking forward to your rising success. And of course, I want to say, of course, hello to everyone else on the call. And of course, to a special thank you to Rico. I still recall my first time meeting Rico. It was in the Philippines. We went there for the grand opening. And, I had heard some amazing things about Rico. And of course, seeing him in action is a totally different thing. I still recall we had a room full of, I think, I think close to 400 to 500 people in that room. And I just kept wondering in my mind, like, who is this amazing speaker? Such talent that we have in the Philippines, and of course, the same thing that happened my trip to Thailand, seeing the incredible talent that we have in Thailand. The same thing with Rico. I think to this day, he still presents this opportunity much better than I do. He's a much better speaker than I am. He's very well polished and, of course, so presentable. And I'm just so blessed to have, of course, someone like Rico, in our business. It seems to be like we always pull in the most perfect GMs for our business, of course. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out, pretty much, to Rico for what he's gone through. I know that I spoke so highly, of course, of Team Thailand in my most recent trip. And speaking of course, our GM Kuno in Thailand with his incredible team. And really, it's just so many people to mention that made Thailand such a huge success. And of course, the same thing that goes with the Philippines. And I just can't imagine the challenges that Rico had to go through, of course, when he had to make the transition from his past company to Opulence. But I'm just happy that you guys have all found home. I'm glad that we've now, of course, Rico and yourself, Reymond, as part of our family. And we're very blessed to have such an incredible team in Philippines. Looking forward. Of course, I think this year, with all of the travels opening up again this year, I know a lot of our leaders are planning their travels to different markets. I can't wait to be back in the Philippines, of course, again. I had an amazing time, of course, in Cagayan de Oro, and of course, Iligan City when I was there. So again, all in all, I can talk for days, but again, thank you so much, Rico and Reymond, for sharing a credible, an hour or so of just powerful things. And it really makes me, again, realize how some of us who come from, first world countries really take for granted the life that we have. And it makes me realize, how lazy I guess some of us can be, I know, of course, in the North American mindset. And I hope that for all of our listeners today, that it really gives us that point of reference that, look, guys, we're so blessed and we have every reason to have more success and to do more for our business, and that we should do more, give more, help more, contribute more, and of course, by all of that, to then achieve more for ourselves. So that being said, no, thank you so much, Reymond, again, one last time. Looking forward to seeing you rising the ranks, and I can't wait to meet you, of course, on our next cruise. And of course, that being said, have a wonderful evening. I know it's getting late for you as well too. As it's about 11:16. It must be your 11 as well too. And again, have a great night. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, our lifestyle director for Nelia, for sharing your time tonight. So Rico, are you back?
Thank you so much. And of course, thank you, Rene, for that wonderful message. And of course, apologies for my internet. I'm not sure what happened here, but nonetheless, I do each and every bit of sharing with you all of the things that I have gained over the years. And I do hope, if you're a first timer here, I do hope that you gained something, just a little bit of information that might help you, propel you, progress you in your life. Then that's what we're here for. And of course, thank you so much, Reymond, for the opportunity. It's a wonderful time to be hosting me on this call. And of course, I as I've said earlier, we can share many things more, but unfortunately, the time wouldn't allow us to do that. So again, thank you to each and every one of your messages, and thank you so much for being with us on this call.
Thank you, Sir Rico. And before we end, let me just take 2 minutes of your time to share our wonderful announcement. Thank you, Sir Rico, for that. Okay. So our virtual leadership cocktail show had begun. Thank you, everyone. And right now, I'm announcing that we have reached our 18,000 membership in our Fountain of Life official Facebook group. Wow, this is awesome. And if you're a guest on this call, please make sure to message also your invite the one who invited you on this call to join this wonderful group on Fountain of Life on Facebook. Okay, and I believe this amazing March Madness promo had been extended again. So we'll get back to the real poster for this one of until what date. But I believe this was extended by our corporate office. So make sure to get started with this wonderful lifestyle advisor package that we have at Opulence Global. And then we also have this for new upcoming partners. We have this free Visa prepaid card or the Opulence Global wonderful card that we have for our newest partners, and our partners also can buy this Opulence Visa card. And we have this amazing Mother's Day bundles. So be sure to shop for your mother, grandparents, aunts, and sisters, I believe. So you could buy this on our e-commerce platform. And then this is another promo that will be ending on May 8th. For every $150 minimum, okay, for over $150 purchase, you get a free gift from our corporate office. So make sure to get this amazing promotion as well. And with regards to our trainings and tours, we are loaded with a lot of trainings that you could attend to, but these are corporate calls. We have this product crossfire, which happens every Monday at 8 p.m., which is Tuesday, 8 a.m. here in the Asia. And we also have Forensic Networker by none other than our CEO and founder of Opulence Global, Mr. Reymond Cerilo, which is happening every Tuesday night on Toronto, which is in Wednesday, 9 a.m. in the Asia market. This is also available in our Forensic Networker YouTube channel. And we also do the Saturday live trading for our business. So make sure to stay tuned for the invitation for this wonderful training. And our virtual leadership cocktail for May will be the next episode would be Sir John Boswood, which Sir Rene had been with in Thailand, our lifestyle director too. That will be on May 8th. On May 15th, we have our Queen of Africa, Miss Nancy Kihika, our lifestyle director too. And then on the 22nd, we have Rama Muhammad, our lifestyle director one. And on the 29th of May, we have our sales development manager, Daniela Ferreira, on the call. So exciting, guys. Our leadership cocktail is back. So that's it for the announcement. So Rico?
Well, before we end, Reymond, I just want to congratulate you, and I just want to say that I'm truly proud of you. You have been so adaptive, and you've been you have that initiative, and I will not be surprised that in the coming months you'll rose up the ranks, LD1, LD2, LD3, LD4. And of course, with all of your commitment, your passion, and the gift that you have, well, I just want to say thank you, Reymond, for hosting me on this call. And thank you to everyone for all of your messages. See you on the next call. See you next week, same time, same channel, on the next Leadership Cocktail Show, together with John Boswood, another amazing leader here in our company. And again, to the billion. Thank you, everyone, guys.
Thank you, Sir Rico. One team, one dream to the billion. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.